Welcome to the home of the Colorado Buffaloes, Boulder, Colorado. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Baylor Bears, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Colorado Buffaloes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Bears will get us started with the opening kickoff. Fielded in the end zone, it's Miller. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So Colorado's offense has the ball first today. Time for an early look at one of our Heisman Trophy candidates. And while this award certainly caters to quarterbacks many times, Jesse, this guy's proving to be worth all the attention.
Yeah, he's delivering. And remember, David, there was a lot of preseason hype around this guy. Each and every week, this dude has been making big-time plays. To me, he looks much improved from a season ago, and he's got this offense rolling.
Yeah, and the quarterbacks touch the ball every play. Their stats are good. Rushing stats count. Touchdowns, obviously. So it gets inflated. But if he can keep this consistent...
There he goes! And a nice pickup on the line and gets down to avoid contact.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
So now it's second and long. Lewis wants to pass. Got his man. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. And the Buffaloes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. The Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him down, but he was driving his way and gets it down to the 7-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And this one will be stopped for no gain. The deeper into the season we get, the more they win, the greater their confidence that they can finish strong here in the Big 12.
Heck yeah, Reese. The bigger the expectations get, the bigger the consequences get for every...
Touchdown, Buffaloes! And they strike first.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open, and he was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So Baylor's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And, David, their quarterback hasn't always blown you away statistically, but he is a guy that the coaches trust.
Yeah, and he'll show you some flashes of why you should trust him, Reese. But here's the thing. This is not a guy that we're saying, go win me the football game. That's not where he's at right now in his career. Jesse, he's a guy that needs the others. That they got to help him out. They got to play on schedule, not make those mistakes, and guys really play well around him.
Yeah, David, the one thing quarterbacks don't want to be referred to as is a game manager, but that's really more what this guy is. You're right. They have to be able to run the football. They can't turn it over. They got to play great defense.
Brings it in down the left side. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Big play offense, and it has them threatening now. 1st and 10 from the 25. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for loss.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. Got it in the middle. It's Duke. He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The Bears are moving quickly down the field. He'll keep it himself. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
One of the things I like about this defense is their DBs are not afraid to put their face in the fan and go tackle. And you saw it that time with the cornerback making a great play, tackling the quarterback on the option for a big loss.
These read option plays are very hard to stop because you got to have enough guys in the box to play that immediate run, but also always be ready for that quarterback to take the ball and scoot out wide.
And when the quarterback operates this like a magician, it makes it even tougher.
When he can see it, read it, and just flat go, those easy plays right there. I mean, he just picks up a little bit of yardage, but he can do it again and again and again, and it's just frustrating.
So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. He'll bring it out. It's Miller. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Breaks into the open. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Buffaloes come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll give it to the back. Running into the open space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Off play action on first down. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Makes a connection. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Lewis to throw. Using the quick game. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. On first down from the 13-yard line. Quarterback making checks. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide. The Buffaloes come to the line in the hurry-up. Grabbed behind the line. It's Coleman. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
With jet sweep pass. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. Splits the uprights. It's good. Now up by 7 points here in the second.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run it from the gun. Nice move there. Found a little bit of running room, knocked down at the 24 after a pickup of 4. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. They'll run it from the gun. They get him in the backfield, and he loses 3 on the play.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. And the Bears will punt this one away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Looking for running room. He'll get it to the 43-yard line before he's stopped. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Bucks!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Here comes the Baylor offense back onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling. And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Bears with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass, it's Bennett. Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. And the Bears are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Kloffenstein. And how about that alertness and that swarming D to keep him from getting the first down? The Bears will line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Makes a nice grab at the 25. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. And they've found no answers so far. Already to the end zone twice, tacked on a field goal, and now back for more. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Got enough for the first. Finally stopped at the 46 after a 15-yard gain.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Got his man on the right. He gets it inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and they are rolling. And the Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Here's the pressure. Hit as he throws.
Well, he's been Mr. Dependable early in this game. The first 5 attempts, all complete. Finally, the defense able to force an incompletion when they throw his way. This guy's route running his hands. It's a matchup problem, but the defense finally has something good happen.
It's a makeable field goal from the 29-yard line. Let's see how aggressive they are on 3rd and long. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down. They'll send out the kicker here. One drive is already ended with a field goal. They'll try to do it again, this time a rather long one from 46 yards out. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Fellas, rivalry game in the SEC. Of course, that's almost redundant in that league. But check this out. Texas stomped a mud hole en route to a double-digit win, and they did it outside of Austin city limits. That speaks to the way this coach has galvanized this team and the direct.
Turning it on! Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. After a big gainer on that first play, now they can really go for it on 1st and 10. Makes the grab on the left. At the 40, there he goes. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. Back to throw, it's Bennett. Quick strike complete.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. They boot it away on fourth down. And the punt will hit at the 1, just a little too far for them to be able to down it. It'll be a touchback and come out to the 20. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
In the last couple of weeks, man, you're getting a lot of consistency from this QB. And you got to love it as a play caller, man. You can drop him back. You can throw the ball a ton. You can trust him. Getting the ball to different wide receivers. He's really in a good groove the last couple of games.
Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Looking downfield on first down. Going to throw it over the top of the D. Wide open, he makes the catch. And just like that, with the big play, they're set up as he goes out of bounds at the 18. From the red zone, looking for a space. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Right on the money. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. No midseason doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in week 6. And they tacked on the extra point. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Looking to throw, it's Bennett. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, did he find a hole in the defense? They finally make the stop, but that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, yeoman's work so far today in Boulder, and welcome in to the halftime update. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. With that said, let's send it back to the fellas at Folsom Field.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. And the Buffaloes will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They keep it on the ground to open the third. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Gets the back moving. To the air on 2nd down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Bears will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. He'll field the punt and look for room. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. They'll start this drive from the 42. From the gun, the running back has it.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the tailback. They'll finally get him on the ground, but not before he makes it to the 30 and gets a first down. The Buffaloes come to the line with a new set of downs. Lewis wants to pass. It's picked off. Don't see that very often from this Heisman Trophy candidate. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23. Offense working from the pistol. Looking to throw on first down. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. The Bears now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Finds the tight end. He gets across the 25, steered out of bounds at the 26. And this offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He'll toss it.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
He'll field the punt and try to make something happen. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. Offense in an empty set. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle. It's Atkins. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Makes the catch. It's Coleman.
Man, it's so important when you play QB. I got to know when to put some air on it, and I got to know when to rocket that thing in there. Work in the middle of the field. He knew he needed the rocket. Threw it in there. Great job. Great catch.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete. And the Buffaloes lining up, just needing a few tough inches on third down. Lewis to throw. Rushes on him. Serious arm strength on that third down pass, but it's incomplete.
On that third down, they took a shot in the end zone, just couldn't connect. QB and receiver not on the same page, and now it's decision time if you're the head coach on fourth.
That is no good. And this will stay a three-score game at 24. They'll snap the ball. First play of the drive coming from their own 24. Pocket breaking down. And he just threw that one away. Safe move, didn't see anything, lived to play another play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. Wants to go up top. They'll run the screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. And the Bears will call on their punt team. And these guys have been busy. Sixth punt of the day. He will not make a fair catch. Punt and bring it back. Make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They just dialed up one big play. Let's see if they've got another one on 1st and 10 from the 35. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Well, no surprise there on defense, right? You know the QB is going to be trying to target this guy. Nice job in coverage, forcing that incompletion.
Firing to the right, complete. Inside the 20-yard line, pushed out at the 18, and they're in business. And the Buffaloes are on the move. Use the play fake, now to throw. Working that left side now. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. Guys, Colorado has the lead here. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Lewis wants to pass. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! With that, they are closing in on bowl eligibility, but with this big lead and a 6-0 start, much bigger dreams for this squad.
Salt enter wound, right? Late in the 4th quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and get me another touchdown.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Power football with the run.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Caught behind the line. It's Klopfenstein. They make the stop. Not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's brought down, but the defender got a face full of stiff arm before he picked up that first down. The Bears with the 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
You gotta love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way, and here we are early in the 4th quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And the Bears are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He's looking downfield to throw. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. They'll leave the offense out there to try to get it past the marker and pick up the first. On 4th down, looking to pass. Snagged in the middle, it's Brown. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. The give to the back. Plows through the defense. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. Looking to throw, it's Bennett. And he drops it just a little too slippery in the hands. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Bears! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Dang right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season that I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
And it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his...
And here comes the Heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
Well, that defender just was better in his one-on-one on the pass rush. He does a great job beating the offensive lineman to get to the QB.
Intercepted. Yes, even a Heisman Trophy contender can have a miscue. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Got the quick pass. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. The Bears can really attack on this 2nd and short. He'll do it himself. Got enough space. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Baylor!
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
And that is why they're called the Handstein people on onside kicks. Great job jumping on that ball.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Lewis to throw. Time to take a shot. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Smashes through the tackle. He goes out of bounds, but what a play to create a sudden change opportunity. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Under fire. Just gets rid of it before the Heat.
And it's just been frustrating to watch the inconsistency of this guy at QB, man. You've got to be able to stay in rhythm in an offense, to stay ahead of schedule. And he's had a moment, and he threw a touchdown pass, but more consistency, more finding the open guys, delivering it to him, and keeping this offense on schedule.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. Down in the 4th quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the Heat. They got him for the sack, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, at this point of the game, in the second half, down 3 possessions, you're not punting anymore, right? Every 4th down you're going to be going for, regardless of where you are.
Oh, he's got some space. Knocked out of bounds and sticking with that running game as they get deeper in the red zone. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. They're looking to throw on 2nd and short. Makes the catch. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score. The Buffaloes will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. From the gun. On the run, still looking. Caught in the backfield, it's Hayden. He's down at the 1, and they almost had the touchdown pass on that one.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. Touchdown, Bucks! And the punishment has been extended. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
And how about this squad, man? Looking good again. Like, I feel like we say this week in and week out, just continuing to remain undefeated. Whatever it takes, offense, defense, special teams, they have been a good unit, and that's why their ranking is so high.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Thomas. What a cut. Now he's loose. Flying down the left side. The 20. He's at the 10. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Bears!
Well, in the modern era of college football, you're seeing more and more athletic tight ends. Like what you just saw right there. The defense had no chance covering that guy down the field. He makes them look silly on his way in for the long touchdown. And that's why you've got a lot of receivers on your hands team. Guys, the best hands on your team, so they're able to hop on that.
Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. Firmly in control of this game, we'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And, man, it can be dangerous when quarterbacks get outside the pocket. They can stress your defense so bad. You better chase them. You got to keep running as hard as you can and try to get to him before he can throw that football, and especially square those shoulders up. Nice job by the defense continuing to pursue, even though he got outside the pocket.
And the Bears line up to punt it away. Fair catch is made at the 15-yard line, and that's where they'll start this drive. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. He's taking a deep shot. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Here's a heat. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. To the air, it's Bennett. Got his man to the left. The offense will use a timeout. Clock is stopped with 22 seconds left. The Bears will have it 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. Good pickup, a little bit short of the sticks. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. 2nd and short, maybe looking for a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Bears come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock. The Bears kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Wants to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. One more play to pad the stats. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Bringing the heat. And the pass is dropped and incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock has struck 0, and the ball game is over. They get the win. They are now bowl eligible, but when you have a 0 in the loss column, there are much bigger fish to fry.
I think a lot of people thought they'd be 6-0 at this point, too. So we know they're going to a bowl game. Great. But, David, they've got their eyes set on the college football playoff and a national championship. They have that kind of talent. They're not surprised they're 6-0. They're looking to do bigger things.
No, 6-0 is great, but that's not the goal. They want to be 12-0. They want to be 14-0. They want to continue this streak as long as they possibly can. Extremely talented. Nobody's surprised, and their goals are